Hi, I'm John. I own a 1973 Mercedes 350 SE. It's a V8. I've owned it for about 5 years now, and I got it from a man who bought it from the original owner a few months before I got it, and he bought it to be a wedding car, but all the wedding car plans fell through the floor and he had to sell the car, so I got it for $4,000 delivered by a truck to my driveway. When I took it down to the local mechanic to have it checked, he said he was sorry to tell me that he couldn't make any money out of it because there was nothing wrong with it and it had been very well looked after. So I take my car to my car club. It's on what's called club registration, and I've been very happy with it. This is a Mercedes V8. It's a 350 SEL. It was designed by Friedrich Geiger, and there are 51,000 of these cars made. It's not that very many. This particular one is registered with the car club, which means I don't have to pay very much for registration. As we walk around, you can see it's quite long. It's actually made on coal for the American market. It's made so that the Americans can first happy with it. As you can see, it's got a medical kit in the back there, and if the car breaks down, you can take these out and put them by the side of the road so that people know that there's something wrong. There's the size of the boot, huge boot. But not like today's boots, which are much higher. This is quite low, but it's how cars were. This car looks a bit lower, but that's just because of its age. The springs have dropped a little bit. Four-door. Inside, you've got original seats, all in beautiful condition, covered by original lamb's-wool seat covers. It's a wooden dash, genuine wood, not pretend wood. And in the back, beautiful big seat, lots of room with an armrest that can be pulled down a little bit. And it's not leather, believe it or not. The interior in 1973 was made of plastic on purpose. They thought it would be better than leather, and it was called Tex-Mex. Sounds crazy, but true. The car's only got a few minor itches to it. There's a little dent there. It's hardly got anything wrong. It's really good. See, there's one of the three car clubs together. This is the British European. There we go. One thing that's very unusual about this is it has two sets of bumpers, and they've got rubber at the front. In the cars that came a little bit later, all of the chrome disappeared and all of the bumper became rubber. So that's what's unusual about this car. And if you have a look down the back, so there's two sets of bumpers in the back as well, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so this car is still standard. It hasn't been nice ride, everything. The car's only had a few problems. The biggest problem was when not long after I bought it, on some days the car would miss a beat, and other times it would be quite okay. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong, so I took it to the mechanic, and the mechanic said, "It's the computer." And I said, "But it's a 1973 car. How could it be the computer?" He said it was the first car in the world to have a computer. And I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes, this car and the Volvo of the same year came out with a computer that worked the strength of the electricity to the spark plugs and the timing of the spark plugs, and it also controlled the fuel going into the motor through a system that was different. In the past, cars had used carburetors, but this car used injectors for the first time, and that's what modern cars now do. So this was just a sort of the beginning of the modern cars, really. It doesn't look very modern on the outside, but inside the engine, inside the electricals and that sort of thing, it was very, very modern. One of the most modern cars you can have. You see, this is a very small road, and it's got lots of cars, people coming home from work. People use it as a shortcut too, which is a bit strange because it's not very fast. You can't drive fast on it. You have to watch all the time for cars coming the other way. Anyway, this car had one other problem that it cost me a few $100s. The old suspension, which used to work on an air oil suspension, so it had a beautiful ride, it died and it was not possible to get another one. So it's now got modern, ordinary shock absorbers. And it works quite well, it's quite comfortable, but it's different to what it used to be like before. Before it used to ride like a Rolls Royce, very soft, and used to jump up in the air and quietly come down again. It was amazing. So they're the two major problems that I've had with it. Both fixed. It wasn't hard to fix either of them. Man fixed the computer for me, cost $2,000. A man fixed the back suspension for about $300 or $400. Other than that, the car has had no problems at all. It's been very, very good. It just uses lots of petrol. It always will. That's just how it was. When this car was made, petrol was very, very cheap. You could buy a gallon, which is about 4 or 5 litres, for about $2. So it was very cheap petrol, and so it didn't matter how much petrol you used in those days.
Are you going to mention that?
Oh, there is one fault that my photographer has pointed out. For some reason, the glove box, when you go over a bump, suddenly pop open. Nobody knows why. It's just one of those weird things. It's been looked at, nobody can fix it, so I think it's just going to keep on doing it forever. When you go over a bump, bang, down comes the glove box. But if that's the worst thing that happens to a car, that's not really very bad. Not bad at all. And, it's not expensive to register because I'm in a car club. I can register the car for $46 a year. I don't have to pay green slip insurance, and my ordinary full comprehensive insurance is only $67. So to keep the car on the road each year only costs me about $120, where the average new car costs $1,500. There's the glove box open. The glove box just open because we went over a bump. I can very much recommend the car. It's an excellent car. All Mercedes are excellent. I think they're just absolutely marvellous, because when a Mercedes comes out, it's the forerunner of all the cars of that decade. So in a new decade, when a Mercedes comes, all the other cars try to follow what the Mercedes comes up with.
Would you recommend it for first-time collectors?
Yes, I would. I would definitely recommend it for a first-time collector, because it's been so safe. It hasn't cost a fortune. All up, including all the work on it, this car has cost me no more than $8,000. And when you think that I get such good time out of it, and everybody likes it, when I put it on show, everybody likes it. So I think it's been very good value. Anyway, so I think I'll end there. It's a very good car, and I like it very much. I would like to recommend my car, my Mercedes 350SE, to any classic car owner, because it's a good car, although it does have some quirks. It has lots of positives, a few negatives, and it drives very well, and people like it. The positives are, it's a strongly made car. It's roomy, it's reliable, it's comfortable, and it's good looking, and it drives very well. And as for negatives, well, I can only think of one. and that is its use of petrol. It does seem to use a great deal more petrol than other cars of its size. Quirks? Well, the only quirk really that it sticks in my mind is that the glove box likes to come open every time I go over a bump, and it doesn't, even though you close it, seems to come open again. And that's about all of the negatives as well. So I would recommend it absolutely. It's reliable, it's fun to drive, and it's a lovely car that people like.